What is up, guys? Welcome back to Bring Me Joy-Con. So today I just wanted to take a minute and talk about a game that means a lot to me and sort of explain why Link's Awakening Remake is such a big deal, and also why this game is a big deal to me personally. Now, this game was the first Zelda game on the Game Boy, and the only Zelda game on the original Game Boy. And when I was a kid, my grandma had an NES. We didn't quite have a Super Nintendo just yet. And my cousin gave my brother a Game Boy with Link's Awakening for his birthday, I believe it was. I was about 4 or 5 years old. I remember him getting it. I believe he had Who Framed Roger Rabbit with it as well. But Link's Awakening, that game was just... it was just amazing, and it was one of my first video gaming experiences that I ever had. The music and everything, it just brings me back every time. I absolutely love it. It's easily one of my favorite video games ever. Part of that could be nostalgia, but I do think this game is very special, and I do think you guys will see that if you pick it up here this Friday. This game was unlike other Zelda titles because a different team worked on this game than on the other Zelda titles, and the same team that worked on Super Mario World 1, 2, and 3 on the Game Boy is the team that made Link's Awakening. This is a very unique team of people that have unique ideas, and it's very cool to see them bring that stuff to life. Like, if you go back and play Super Mario World 1, 2, or 3 on the Game Boy and compare that to the NES titles, you will see that, yes, they are very Mario-like and they fit right in, but they are different and they're unique in their own ways, and they're just really amazing games. And if you play Zelda, you'll see the same thing. It's definitely a Zelda game, and it fits right in with the rest of the games, but it has its own unique things. I believe this was the first Zelda game that had the trading sequence, something that became sort of a staple in the Zelda world after this game. And that is that you find certain items throughout the game and you trade them for other items, and you just keep trading and trading throughout the game with all these different, silly characters, and eventually you get something very cool at the end. And this became kind of a normal thing. I think most Zelda games have this after this game came out. The characters are definitely just a little more fun and friendly and silly than in the other Zelda games. This is the only Zelda game that I know of that features so many other Nintendo characters. In one of the dungeons, there are actually little Kirbys that are enemies. There's a Yoshi that makes an appearance. I believe there's a character that looks like Mario or is based on Mario a little bit. It's just really fun how they did that, added these familiar characters in that you already knew and loved, and kind of made them, it made it feel very familiar but unique, because Zelda doesn't typically do that. There's also Goombas in some of the dungeons, so I thought that was very cool. And another thing that I was thinking about was when the DX version came out on the Game Boy Color of Link's Awakening, they built that game engine to make that director's cut version, and they actually used that same game engine to make Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages. They just added a few assets here and there, changed things just slightly, but they're all three made in the same game engine. And I was kind of thinking, what if that's what's coming? What if they made this amazing cartoony, cel-shaded kind of looking game engine for this Link's Awakening remake? And what if they were going to release the other Game Boy Color games? Because I really, really enjoy those games as well. I think all three of the Game Boy Color Zelda games are amazing. I got Oracle of Ages and Seasons, I believe it was 5th grade for my birthday, and I played them like crazy, and I really have fond memories of those games as well. And you could very easily do that same thing and use this same game engine and recreate those games. So that's something to think about. I really hope that those games are popular enough for that to be done, because I would easily purchase both of them. So, like I said, the game comes out this Friday. That's 2 days from now at the time of recording. Will you be picking this game up? It is easily one of my favorite video games of all time. I highly recommend it. They say it's going to be just like the original, but better graphics. So I can guarantee you this is a great game. Let me know in the comments if you'll be picking it up. We are going to live stream 9:30 Friday night. We will be playing it, and you guys can come watch and check it out if you're still unsure. You can see what the game is like. If it's popular enough, we will play it every Friday night until we complete the game. The last thing I want to mention is that our Hori Joy-Con giveaway is officially ended today. Jeremy DeCruz, you won. So be looking for that email, because I'm going to send that to you. And don't forget that we are giving away a Switch game at 200 subscribers. That's not that many more, so subscribe to the channel if you have not yet, and help get us to that 200 mark, and we will be giving away a Switch game. Have an amazing day, guys.